if you've been waiting on that check to come in the mail, it may not come, because when you get finished listening to this story, you're gonna be like, what? Because I was like, what, when it popped up. A USPS worker has been convicted of stealing $1.6 million in checks, then spending it on luxury hotels and gentlemen's clubs. Child, you got to be the dumbest person in the world if you steal checks and you work at the post office. First off, the money is easily accessed to you. You are given a route, you are given a bag, and you are distributed mail. You don't think these people watching you, you don't think it's easy to trace it back to you? Come on. This is when good common sense, and people don't use their good common sense. The post office and all these other jobs will let you steal for years and years. And they'll wait till you get older enough and you finna retire and you've been there. And then they kick you out and say, hey, you're not getting nothing. Because guess what? We got you on tape and we got you on all this bank footage of all this stealing that you did for years and years and years. And then you have nothing to go off. Guys, we got to use good common sense when it comes to stuff like this, okay? All money ain't good money, okay? Let's get into this story and see why this joker thought it was wise enough to do this. It was just stupid. Come on, y'all. This affects everybody. This affects him, his family, his friends, his career going forward. Let's see who this is, who did this, and why. Lord. So he was an African from Zambia. He was trying to. I'm gonna put the name. Just the name is right here, y'all. Hasakia Muchabia. He was caught trying to flee the U.S. to go back to Zambia. 44 years old, out of Washington D.C., was found guilty in a federal jury last week on charges of mail fraud, bank fraud, and mail theft, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office of the District of Columbia. According to the court records, between December 2020 and March 2023, we're going to call him, his last name is Machembia, was an employee of the Postal Service who executed a scheme to steal U.S. Treasury checks and private party checks from the U.S. mail. The Department of Justice, DOJ, said in a statement that Muchembia then deposited the checks, which he either altered and or falsely endorsed them, into the bank accounts under his control. So according to them, he opened up false bank accounts. And first of all, was he able to even open up? When you go to the bank, you're supposed to have 2 or 3 forms of identification to open up an account. So how did he get all this? I know he told on some people, because how did he get false identification to open up false bank accounts to get 1.6 million in American dollars? There's other people involved. You had to get fake driver's license or state IDs. You had to get fake bank accounts. It's some more people involved. I'm just saying, it's not just him. Again, the total amount is $1.6 million. He used the proceeds of the stolen money for a lavish lifestyle that included international travel, stays at luxury hotels, and purchases on gentlemen's clubs. So they said the Postmaster General Luis DeJoy stepping down admin U.S. Postal Service financial turmoil. We got to look into that story and see why he's stepping down. It's more people involved in this. It just ain't this dude. He's just a fall guy because he was stupid. I mean, I'm just saying, you stupid if you steal from the post office. The money is, honey, it's a white collar crime. It's right there in your face. You can get it. It's easy access. Like, they ain't even hiding it from you. They know who you are. So bank surveillance cameras catch Muchemba making deposits and withdrawals of funds. The Justice Department. I just told y'all that they will let you do this stuff. This story was about a week ago. Yeah, this was about a week ago. But look, they let him do this from December to 2020 to 2023. So they let him steal for 20, 21, 22, for 3 years, because they got enough evidence to lock you up in jail. And there's no way of negotiating and getting out of it. They let him do it. That's what I'm saying. Places like FedEx, UPS, the post office, when you delivering all this stuff and they suspect, or somebody snitch on you because you running your mouth and talking, or somebody reported, hey, I didn't get my check. What's going on? A couple of people is going, that address is going to link back to your route, and they going to start watching you and seeing what you doing. Yes. He was found guilty of conspiracy to commit theft of mail and bank fraud, engaging in a monetary transaction and property derived from specific unlawful activity, and unlawful procurement of a citizenship or a naturalization. His trial date, which is August the 8th, I'm going to mark it on my calendar so I can keep you guys posted on this story, with a maximum penalty of 30 years for bank fraud charge and 5 years for mail fraud charge. So that's like 35 years. And I think you got to do all of that because it's federal. It's a white collar crime. They ain't too fond of you doing stuff like this, stealing monies, because they have to replace that money that you stole, the government, and you were stealing government checks. And then he tried to flee. Okay, Muchemba was also found guilty of a trial of unlawful procurement of naturalization. Now, he wasn't a U.S. citizen. He probably was here just for work. During the scheme, Muchemba applied to become a naturalized U.S. citizen and provide false information to the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services officers by telling them that he has not committed any crimes or which he did not been arrested. That offense carries a penalty of 10 years of incarceration and possibly administration denaturalization. So he's gonna have to do that time over here in the North America, honey. They ain't sending you nowhere. You gonna do that time here. So he is standing here with a USPS shirt on. I hope he didn't go in the bank and deposit them checks. Child. Y'all remember this show called America Dumbest Criminals? I always thought people was crazy when they did stuff like this. If you steal from the post office, UPS, FedEx, delivery places like that. You got some people doing that with Amazon. Now, sometimes they say they deliver my packages from Amazon, and thank God that I live in a secure building. Because sometimes them jokers don't even show up. Sometimes I'm sitting outside waiting. I ain't seen no Amazon truck. And it says it's been delivered. So again, guys, this happened around the Washington, D.C. area. Shout out to D.C. and Maryland, the DMV area. Shout out to y'all. I like Maryland. So yeah, we're gonna stay posted on this story. August is when he have his trial. We're gonna see what this joker. I'm gonna put him on my calendar so we can see what they do with him, because he's already been arrested and he can't go nowhere. So I know he's trying to flee back to his country, but child, not with that type of money on the line. You ain't going nowhere. You is here. You wanted to be here. You here now. You wanted to be in North America. You here now, and you gotta pay for your sins. There's a lot of people come over here doing that. They do all type of stuff and they flee. I got some more stories. Yup. I do all kinds of stories, y'all. Daily stories, unpopular topics that you may have heard of or you may have not heard of. Make sure you give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.